president has given an indication earlier on. I mean, in so many tapes, you bet me a play be back at the amount. Say, he was one president, and yet under his regime, and Obeshese Sani Amano, a bit me a course, especially when it comes to same-sex marriage in this country. I mean, the candidate of the NDC and former president has said same. Now, the question is that, what if the president no eba na or substantial justification and reasons why in here the bill ought not to be signed? I mean, would your demonstration not be justifiable enough?
President, sir, president, we're not saying is different from what he does. He doesn't have a track record of saying something and going through with it. Japan on Tonchen. As I'm talking, the president has not given any justification. His justification of not signing is because of the court. And that's why I told you earlier on, say, there has been a precedent. When the e-levy bill was passed and it was sent to him for assenting, what, I don't know, people were in court. Yet he went ahead to assent it. What does that tell you? He will sign what he wants to sign, and you'll find reasons to justify and not sign what he doesn't want to sign. And that is what I'm telling you. So the president say, what can say, and they're not his watch, and so he should prove it now. We are not interested in his words. We are interested in his action. Action speaks louder than words.
Interesting. And the president, so there is no law I banning this. Chinchina SSA or signing. Now, the government itself has given you justification from the Ministry of Finance. They have told you the repercussions are what this particular bill is. So, the economic impact are having on the 2024. The budgetary allocations are 1 more year in terms of financial support and assistance as I see from this Bretton Woods institutions. Just last week Friday, Parliament approved a 300 million loan facility as I say a free World Bank or EBA. But Finance Minister Amawa indication say the passage of this bill is going to somewhat block all this sources of funds you betting me and they are supporting your budget for national development. Now, what will you say about people who are telling you say yes, it's a good reason and a good justification why we ought not to sign this particular bill?
My Mr. Question.
Yes.
Okay. Then fan say with the car. And I walk above na nipa na akọbọ besia no na aka kire o se ansa na medisi ka ne be ma no ma me kwan na se wo ba be ma onya ne ho na be ma bi ne nda onfa ne to ana wo ba obaba one ne yakọ baba anware. That is the only condition I'm discussing be ma. Will you agree to that?
No.
That is exactly. So that is my answer to your question. Are we saying say a country Ghana a former good deal, any the human capacity, human resource, our dear my said yes, say to the extent that 3.8 billion Ghana, your wet 3.8 billion. Because of 3.8 billion, Bosnia Makakobo, Mama mismanage economy, now be the necessary some of Abisian in Tino. The same I am a Sanamo Moncono. Marco I am a facing. Because of 3.8 billion in Tino, you want to sacrifice the moral fabric and moral fiber of Ghanaians? What are we talking about? Are we that morally bankrupt in this country? I'm going to have some people being country. I'm going to promote my own from idea. Now, minor Ghana, look, I am a Funkasam of my Ghana will never collapse. We will go through difficulty, but we will always come back and even stronger. Maybe it will be even better. It will be even better so that we will be a little bit self-reliant.
I see. And see, the reason for the call of the demonstration now, the Bena Mube initiatives are there.
set time now, the better. Because they say, no, said the kind of train, Bibika Krabi, per se, in a swap team, our president, natural comma parliament, they say, because of waiting, on sign. That is what we are waiting for.
Very well. Rex, I'm grateful for your time, and our condolences as well. Why? Very well. And said in Combobium. Rexoma a convener Edema Arise Ghana, bringing us to exactly 55 gone past 7. This is Kessben on radio, 92.9 on TV. We are live on Kessben television. And thank you so much for your time. Joining live, yen Facebook stream no eso na fa wadwin training na no ebra Kessben TV official handle on Facebook and Kessben FM 92.9 as well, streaming live and on our YouTube channel no but you obeti me join it na what the messages no about on our WhatsApp console 0550596929 0550567929 as well na afi what the messages no faso about dial star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash on the Kessben Cashport. Na wa follow a prompt no na wa select option 2 for Kessben FM Accra. Or select here and you stand a chance of winning 1,000 Ghana cedis for yourself. And under 2 draws no mechendi pami no 1,000 cedis each and sana ya sorry at exactly 9:40. Mede Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. I'm highly grateful and na yedi a year LGBT no ho enkomo because it still keeps coming. Many the president for the Herald of Economic Islamic State na many no any enkomo Sheikh Ayuba of Osuhine Ewo Ahomaso. Sheikh Otemenka, good morning and pom to saying.
Very good morning. I'm here.
Very well. And we are very grateful for your time. Now, and Yedi Anope, the Muslim community, the Islam community entirely, we need to take your views on this particular debate and conversation Koso. Now, on countless occasions, we've heard, sir, you are not so much happy in support of this particular thing called LGBTQ and its related activities. But the question is that in recent times, the Koso, I mean, your take on it and then the way forward as a country, are you betting me are progressing?
Yeah. Okay. President, Speaker, Yami Shram. And then, the question, sir, about the way we are not in support, we don't support the LGBTQ plus and we don't support it. But we support the bill. Proper family, that's human family, marriage, everything that the bill says. Say a bit emphasis, a bit practice homosexualism, lesbianism, the what they call fear, the influence there. We are doing it. Not me harass Islamic message organization. I'm the president and Como. We are so yes, I'm the vice chair of the advisory council. They Kasa leading vociferous together with the chief imam's office. And I Kasa advocate for Islam. Like me, I've been vociferous. I speak my mind on this. And now I like the way people are doing. May the Almighty God bless you, the Ghanaian journalists, and at the democracy because I will see there and yet homosexual and I say this LGBTQ plus what not the one of nine Ghana community. I want to say why and we see almost GHE and the class consistently repeats and no.
Yes, me too, pa.
Young Fabdama and to originally our the Christian faith at Johnson, Ghana, they don't believe in it. The Bible is against it, fundamentally. But you never live in a airport, no. And now, but Obia can affect as a Muslim, Islam is against it. The Quran speaks against it. I say both the Bible and the Quran says that because of this evil day, Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed. Yet you are not thinking, and yet Islamic Christianity cry. Young mamre, say, young Mugama put it up, which will be a camphor, every say, a day, a call, Simbabia. And yet you want the kind of way to me. Omuchi. And I'm not Obia or Yapone.
Yes, Chef, meet you, Pa.
Obia or Yapone. And now, okay, 2007 on start you, if you could remember. Me kasa radio so TV so ne preaching wow. Omo be demonstration be Maakye e wo Ghana president before me. I told people say we see omo the bibi na eba no. Omo start to say on the be share phone. Me can we wo TV so emra asama president even some bad president Professor Tamos Mreso. On no here for for us. And I always praise this man. On no kasa clear. Because I went to television program on the summer and then camera say yeah you almost my got almost my and I'm saying young me from my in free Great Britain and then free London in free say clone the my from me and no the me in soon now all na be colonize here no yen na nanom na wo yen ti na ye tiafem o ma ye lesbian no ma ye gay no mo wo ye na ya be ni patia diso no o ma ye na nanom titi no you see you want to be vulnerable and now you go for aku school e person can simbi and na see is that my right there except bema ko war bema and you're right I ask this question repeatedly but nyankopon boba ne bema yen ne hu say man ne mema Obama Bema Shia, I want to watch and Obama so go worry Bema. And they have to know, Yandy and Peninsula, ABC, your friend, yes, and Ramon, yes, and Ramon never demonstrated. That's what I say. You almost say, you do sell one more, no more Yomo Duma, now your mom, why no more, 7 meter fracture, now you must see you on your tray. And yes, Daddy. It is I'm one of the voice I call I told them even Yamia Dama president at most Kasai. So be a person of my Bisham or the Hamas start to any idea of my young come to God bless you, President. I'm a friend, they call me by the station, the Kasai friends, they say, President now respond to your call. And what can say on Peninsula, and I'm saying thank you. And I advocate. I'm not going to and I'm say, you're damasi, you're Michiano. But lawyers can say, a year lost me. Go for it, say, young Ghana, yes, and yes, lawyer who be no. That means it takes me down to you're enacting a law, not intimate and desire, young best. And I'm defining democracy law can. But the democracy is government by the people, of the people, and for the people. It is a young Ghana who now see and pass. If you got a poor buy, a election, you see 50% plus 1 will be the 51%, not 49% back. You should become the president. Is that all?
Yeah.
And I see Ghana putting them pet. I saw putting them, I'm not down the shia, say I'm pet. Malam for say, a Kemufuni now said that the Tarrison, I think, Ghana can be put now on a massacre. Some few people thinking of their selfish interests. I say we should allow that evil to be practiced in this country. And the Daniel Dauma, and we bless that is his right, mostly right, honorable
Aaron Okwe, yes.
Aaron Okwe, he was insisting that should be done. And thank God, it takes years for some of us to hear that we didn't know what the right honorable Abambago will stand. And he came out openly, and we thank God for his life. We want to, yes, man, sir, yes, or you cook Puma or the Puma, we did that. Come on. I didn't know what you or Kuma Yamen or Kuma or mine or Kuma I want to You know, it is I was in Parliament. We were in Parliament. Commonwealth and our groups were there, and our Obusai, and we were very happy. Just a time, I'm parliamentary often on president. This time, you the majority leader. Many or cafe was you vote to secretly. If we got to a bank at fine. You knew that. Any of these are there, but you have to open if you have to someone, if you come to your own present figure, you'll be a player. Any of these are there, against here, or say they hear their consequence. Is it Africa, we joke, make us say this nation. In Europe and Americans, so almost young low beer, they took on a deal, not almost doing one. They ask their consequence. They ask people, and yet, parliamentary, I don't want to count that. Senate and that will be your parliament or not. You ask your constituent, this law that is coming, how do you feel it? Not majority will stand there thinking, no matter what you say, almost a majority of these people are this idea, and you have to build the argument to defend the people because you are representing the people. The 275 parliamentarians are not they are not all the people in Ghana. They represent the 60 million plus of Ghanaians. It is a young Ghana what and not how much year I like that. No, every time you come across something, they vote against you. And what they want is that you're sitting in your own person. Nobody was able to raise the hand.
Very well, but Sheikh, yes, meaning that the entirety of Ghana, majority of the people do not accept Sesani Amawe Ebekoso. Exactly. Now, the precise question I ask is that what is the Muslim community going to do? I mean, in terms of situation, say Obampeyi and Fanensa and Shesam Reye Asia. I mean, what is going to happen?
I know
not President Yiba Umiyama. Say Obampeyi and say that means we univice nama.
Yes, now I want to be president.
Oh, Sam.
Until the parliamentarians later. Parliamentarians say, so almost a page on Sam. On top of it, what they are doing.
I see.
That says also Oba, Elia Kola, our Shia, Washington, what now idea vice president, was support to one woman, Namia Dauma, or go fight the Nakum, so Medina, and so with you, Mamaso. Not I would prefer to do a part. I be a Ghana was a dog Kumasono. Now, I say, name sign. Or say again a bell, or say a day in the business. On pretty Ghana for say, and for some mama say, 20 billion. I will people, I will wonder they are giving African money.
3.8 billion.
Oh, boy, and this year. I wish you almost when you phone and you are your mind, and I'm on the Joe. Yes. Can I ever cheer? Any on space, say I'm Peninsula. A World Banker, not Ghana, you got a World Banker. Ghana, I see.
Yes, but in that sense, Dr. Bawumia has a personality of his own. Now, we're known as a flag bearer of the party, and then a Muslim as well. I mean, would dictate, frowns on some of these things. Will you expect the vice president himself to openly make a stand on this particular development?
No, I'm not against that because I called on President President when he was in opposition.
Okay.
That is President
John Mahama.
Nanado
himself. Okay.
He was in opposition. The President Atamet Uru. Me can't be me catch a interview. Nana say Daniels don't want it. To see a man or a tradition. I spoke against. I told them from Blanche and no pare. Nana Mokano, me ho, Kupusin, and Tossum. I didn't know me, and I did not say, Nana at the down part of Pusuado, or a dining, and Nana the down part of Pusuado, or not Jim, yes, if you put me a catch on there, the body beside Cafe, that's a down at one pay, Cafe, Nim because Bush. Junior, America, or president, also on political top campus, and homosexual. Oh, yeah, America for on practice, also one yet, okay, and I was besides that, Trump the toilet or Kessben of America or my pastor no Obama any Africa I need to be at the panel or my own couture or seven not all your campaign Trump can please on pair. If you really can and then you're not down my mama confess very
well, but Sheikh, me question no still now no any answered. As an Islamic community, no, are you going to force the candidate of the NPP and the vice president to speak on this particular matter?
For his own benefit, or for Vice President Baumia, or no interest, Papa, and then the doctor Nanado, Kasam 1. He should say, what me up at that. I can't be this one, passe, he love you around.
Yes.
Speaker, or passe, he love you, what one thing say about okay.
I can't do that.
Ne papa Nana Kufuado wadi ne mra wie na tin ko abre na oye boko e watem no wa so beta so kata media meeting I know me osuro ene ne omoge we na nim foreign abroad no ebe pade won ahaje but they shouldn't be afraid of that na omo kata mo ga bi an kanche I use Omra, Obama, I president, the Prime Minister, Omra, Obawano, Obama, so Beba, what can you do? And then the still, Umogabi Kunu, easy. Will be a material violence. I mean, be a bear, if the relationship between us and other foreigners, but it should be cordial relationship. Obi democracy means government by the people for the people, not the people. Democracy any panel, also a majority, and I have almost mechanism. Is only on the parliament, your president accent to the law and what have you. May not be proposed for referendum because I was afraid. Saying the parliamentarians can be Lyon and this that class we can call on the court. Judges in some say, or no, here to say at the buy one. I'm not against God, I love them, Supreme Court. And I'm in parliament, but the man Sasuma Ghana parliament. The fear, and that is the fear of Daniel. Almost a Ghana for our active decision. If you don't go by them, then you lose your power as an MP. And fine, if the president, vice president, and flag bearer of NPP, your friend, but I'm not going to say, your person on stances here, now only Dimpa. Nana Kufuado. Nimashia politician, all cousin Nana Kufuado is a man. Our yes, strong. I don't precisely Ghana beyond. If you are told my children, Papa, you appreciate people sabotage you. If I was going to person better, he said it. He spoke to Macron. The Ghana don't need aid, but they will need balance trade. And another good one in Europe now.
Very well. Sheikh, I must be grateful for your time. I don't pay me that say. And to be your best I know I didn't come up here. Why? Nyamisha won so and to Sheikh Ayuba for Suhine and Yadena Kasa, the president and the Herald of Islamic Prayers, speaking to us on this same development. 13 gone past 8. This is Kessben. I feel you are joining any Maakye Jumedi Esuni. Bini de Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. I'm highly grateful. Say Anope wa joining here. Now dial *256*2# *256*2#. *256*2#. Now, was selected option 2 on the Kessben cash port. I don't pay medical cash order that say I'm giving away 2,000 Ghana cedis to 2 lucky winners. Obia at the 1,000 cedis Ebe Kofi and take coming back from the weekend. No expenses are why you need no and pay at least to cushion you up. No, ubeti me a win nisike a wo jumedie so *256*2# *256*2# now what follow prompt no now what selected option 2 for Kessben FM Accra na wetimi etwebi na anope you will be a lucky winner. But mind you, the more you stake, the more your chances of winning, and keep it coming na anope also wetimi enya that opportunity. 0550596929 0550567929 eye text line sa anope ye de eye juma me fast dani be Emma Zico Plus Enterprise na anope one more Adaroma, one more Ebwaye. Zico Plus Enterprise for Adaroma. Pacho, one more Ewa professional mechanical engineers. Ewa one more so ya. A bano heavy industrial equipment installation, servicing, and a year the aye default. One more base see in ano, one more being at the amount. And see, anope se utieme na we industry, we a company. I will run it with heavy duty equipment. Make it a point. Say umfidie no baby ya. Obama Zico Plus Enterprise for SCCA at the amount. Now listen, more pharmaceutical companies ahodoa mo yusu a packaging plant ahodoa at the mo packaging boxes ni na no mpacho say afei na opese wo krabi at the bar. The specification required are a bit me aboa ma umfidie no aye juma ye no. That level of a year expertise any nimdia wo here to do the importation in no ma Zico Plus Enterprise for any greatest advisors one more ebeboa with the right specification okoto a untu sika engu and what you know say wouldn't fidie no ebedru Ghana na ope obi a owo honim de a obetimi ahyehye mfidie no e de ama wabra problems bia no emma ho a Zico Plus Enterprise mechanical engineers no and the beye say adwuma ni nyina e de ama na wo mu bia servicing and the routine maintenance SSA wo mu ye de ma ni nyina no they will make it the best obetimi enya in the country afei utie me uye nsuo ho adwuma mo a mutwa sachet water mo a moye bottle water machines a modi mo bottles no anope eseya ma Zico Plus Enterprise for MSCC ni nyina no emfama womo ebe correct errors abamu nyina na afei womo fix it na afei machines no etimi aye adwuma ye de uditwa eye o sachet rubber no anope pacho oni wamo enkasa na afi treatment plant no the reverse osmosis mutimi editriti munsuo no pacho eseya oni Zico Plus Enterprise for any nkomo wamo ebesiesie ni nyina no ede ama afi utie me na uye obia mpacho orane a laundry business anope speak to a Zico Plus Enterprise for essence more heavy washing machines mo use at your laundry services no mpacho eseya a Zico Plus Enterprise for ana ebeye ede amount enti anope speak to them one more ewo Taifa Junction sportem eho ana obeho Zico Plus Enterprise for na oni womo edi enkomo for one pay on 0500616319 0500616319 and after 0540526163 na on Zico Plus Enterprise for any enkomo anope na womo ebejo so na afe womo timi aboa oye pa womo daroma anope womo ebwaye dial star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na was selected option 2 for Kessben cash pot. Nobody can catch you. I'll be giving away 2,000 cedis and take me lucky winners from 8:30 air corner you bear your first draw na afi the lucky winners and so we'll make some money this morning and no now John Dramani Mahama somewhere last week me a year Professor Jenana Opoku Ajiman said no emra meye the running mate. A lot of congratulatory messages and ako the the good old professor say Obabe partner with a year Ora John Dramani Mahama, former president and candidate of the NDC. Many Ora George Boateng in the Nkomo or no a governance and political analyst na anope yembisa. George Otomika, good morning and pom to saying.
Mr. Speaker, me do so.
Na apomo boko there.
Nyanko fa do me ho ye na mpacho mo nso aye.
Erade de yem kwache. Yen
so. Me quick correction, me think Samuel Boateng ya job. Samuel
Boateng, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, fache ye. Why? Na eka home. Enti Sami bibia fine ye dear. Thank you for your time. Say anope so waje so. Enti first off, the implications for the NDC one to select a running mate and infiano economy, knowing very well say the NDC has another major national election ahead of them in 2028. And then the general implication of the selection of a woman on the 2024 general elections, the goods and the bads for the party as well. Mamintio.
Yo, that's the main check for near shop. My main shot in Philadelphia would be a good at the ma and ma, away kebi mammy kebi, and they are manyo samaye, ye or mem, the bema and man so a quina. Now, I say mainstream politics. I am correct. And pimping the baby and a man, ye could yama, they do a parliament or cry, and my wohono and shame crimes are, and a share. Abamu so a yana ministerial positions na na de mama no so yana yen carried in tisende yenya party bi ana yenya franketuni bi na wo hu se ema so ewo ni pedi wo mu beti aye de aboa ma omunso ani so ade hunu e amanyosem enso atia bomu a na so eye on that front no ana party aye NDC amanyokuo no so Mami o maboni de prof gidie be na party no ewo anya ewo ni mu awhwe se de na woka in terms of the age ko enimu pa nti so party ni share future prospect anaso mu hu bibi sunku bi wo se mprempren die ono na party no agini tum a obetimi aboa ma franke to former president ni so ade hu na bamti na mi share ni political me say enkoye decision by former president Nkwa Lemum. It should be a collective decision between former president Mama and the party. So party ni consider ni nyina say party ni wo ho at the man nyina na mprempren be the NDC jina awo ya manyo sem no omu opposition ti so omu bo omu bia the omu de di anim Frankie tu ne boafo ni nyina so omu jina brand now mutimi ton yi amasa ni so ade no ni bam ejina me hwe say party ni should look beyond 2024 elections nemu ekoye say emprempre no mo say na 2024 de no ebedi ka bansa nemu mo nwini ekira it is me Francis former president CN9 anaka ewo na momu dwumadiem enti say nyame na dom anasa yanto aba mana what will be the fate of Maakye prof. So, party needed many could do a deal with music with or without Don Domain Mama and a boss. Party needed many could do at the frontier, true Mediano Ashanesa. I'm not one. In terms of political market, they are back 20 and 1 year and Obi or wow, but a new first time Ghana phone soon or a new second time Ghana phone ye, Ebian in Prince of Suno and Ayana Ghana for Jinin Semi and Kuse. We dear, Yahoo, into Niyan Simbino, Enunti party was it a collective decision? And now say former president Mama na decision say on one am on one am Mumfano, and I say Chinchine Chan. They got a better former president Mama no be over two party this is name Obia or Enunti. The party nenya compare ni age and said that chimbi woni mu dia ho dia political problem bi no nemu obedi akunye na wie anazo ya nto aba ma na wie na yidani so dia bi hu ne se emwa party ni hye anazo NPP no NDC no enyina brane beyond 2024 elections are now,
how about those who are saying, say, arguably, I mean, Mameno Enfie Ekonenim, for that reason, no, Yemfanemra, na by 2026, 2027, party no Enko Special Delegate Congress, na Wamonkoyi flag bearer Fofro. Now, there are factions within the party, I mean, John Mahama ought not to have given a competing advantage to any of them. Flag bearer after him. I mean, those who are making those assertions say Edruha open an equal field opportunity for all. Koka wasem che delegate, no. Wamoje wasem tuma. They will vote for you to become the flag bearer.
There will be a flag bearer in the big room, na uniwa watinya take succession plan, and also what take it soon. Obu also a party who that will say. Simple Franketuni ni wokra party ni yen hyehyese nipa we ni susu se nipa Franketuni ni wa obetimi aba befa enti eze no enkoye se NDC party ni gina baabi ana former president Mama Zidna baby. If it's a basana, the Mampeni former president Mama really do me the young fun and for the General to match Wabama and Yamabe and Adam. So did Mampeni we are. And there's a on any Kukun and Katin and Letiana. After a part Omoko before Fran and Nabana, and I said the ceremony of politics and never buy any moon, sorry, Nadana of what you want so much not a Yatuabama. And think, or then about 2020, no. Media political need partner answer than a massive Kakano Ghana for no answer them who you know. And got this time run on party in man direction. No one creative space man was said, or no one got that they didn't want creative space within our no bit not dying with ye. I'm a delegate, no so who ye, I'm a new to median and your positive impact. When this year bar, or who be 2024. So the bear. Did you debate me about tempo or Sumpo and also Muinia, a bit my automatic on the side of delegates in a better Abaman and Tita, said the medical can say, and that's a former president, Mamma, when a human we are on Kodia, a bear coincident, a year, Yama part in the past. Engineer Museum funding Kodia, other than the phobia, Ma, you would die to your future prospect, as you comparatively or say young Kakra. Party bit me grooming kakra near that be on Lucy. The same party no a collective decision. And master former president Mama Nana, they share or more party in called immediately a breath and a better lemon. Party who position prepare one year. About 2024 and then is the NDC menu kunu and so much be young. In a sense, after Nipana would to Frank and just 4 years that channel. And we hear frame the aka the 4 years.
Yeah, but Sammy, this is the point. A party no here power, and the future will come based on what happens now. Now, if the party is unable to win the 2024 elections, what it means, and it's for 12 consecutive years, this party has been in opposition. Now, the sustenance of that party, going into 2028. Will equally become a problem. And why don't we win on the party's ticket now and then ensure say you win power anywhere going into 2028, dynamically, you be near ebetimi ya sustain power, I mean, so what we need ebeye near ebeshe Ghana for NJ. I mean, the Ghana for expecting one more year. I presume say Ghanaians would want to continue again with the NDC in 2028.
Yes. In the assessment, bank the impact ban they on board in order to secure victory in 2024 elections.
That was going to be my next question for you.
Yes, into the rule NDC party in 2020 Offer Central Regional, they were having 4 seats and a lane about 18 seats. And the party are no more 43%. And then we should call 47%. Let us say, and it's a menu kuno a bomu modi mamene significantly. New rule no make sense so. Did you media would give what yes and the for the former president Mama so. And so part many and you know what here to me say on your boafo na and former president Mama no insecure a victory first and the speaker and you automatic do say ya no win enunti say ya hwese omopeto omun etiko victory what if say yanto abanon so amana what will be the fate of NDC party and you two frank and also ya frank to go for nti ya no so ne party no so that if say party no win this victory in 2024 now after that etiba I mean, you say, I just say, the class are the sisters where when I can want to see a guinea, young minute that, now the young Susan are so prim, the woman to say, oh, I had that, I the young Susan are so prim, and I say, lady, let the young Susan are so packed out that, and at the Kotia party, the name, the party, the Yaku, and Yadio, my minimum year, for any party, any problem, the name, a quiet decision. Former President Mama, this is in Kong, and a party into this is in Kobia. It did say, you will need to be in a Tuaba, you will be a party in a Tuabama candidate, and will be a candidate at Tuabama party. politically compare with you NDC party no ejina so atu aba ama former president mama ene sebe ne running mate no omodo so papa dam bia obehe mama no atu aba ma.
Yes, but Sabi, again, in Ghanaians' own assertion, and that's Utie NDC for no the Womo card. The presumption, no, and it's John Mahama, a popular dada. Again, Ghanaians have seen the handiwork of John Mahama. And for that reason, and ma may not precisely, and I but John Mahama. In your own assessment, ever since John Mahama, Eddie Mami, a year and running mate, coming from 2020, was a reselecting the BM no. Again, I'll bet me akase a year so unique and so different. Mameno added to the politics of the NDC and the politics in Ghana generally.
Politics in Ghana, the SDMD can women inclusion, our politics, our mainstream politics, very encouraging. And Mameno Mirim is obey a minister. The role now play no and a very questionable. Lipabi said obey a minister nanka say juma die bi wo hono ma ono no tenso and a policies bi wo ha aban no kwetwa mukura ebia ya restore teacher training allowance medium day ono no era ebi ma me ni role ni impact there and yes so kesi bia in 2020 elections me no say this time around there a tutu anka me de be man say ono bread dane into ono so nane no ono an creative peace emo ono ano ho one well focused at the end of it dead a DA abe alternative at the Ghana for who said and the power and the woman more is making the idea one frank to Nino.
Yes, but on that account Samuel Timinka, hello. Yes, there is too much noise in our background, but the question I was asking, no, and it said now, taken aback, no, Mameno Ocean Brandon. I mean, there is a high responsibility on the party. Say, woman, mom, and a position Mameno in a very good light. Say, Ghanaians will now begin to appreciate her capabilities and what she has to bring on board. Now, in the absence of that, she serves as just a mere running mate to a candidate wano ana A2 Franca Ediama party no. And I mean going outside the box no ebede no no ankasa timi at the extent ne ho wabra programs ahodo a party ni organizing nyina no bebre na ho a enye ono ne man champion.
Yes, it is say the burden of proof ni mina gina Franca tuni ne say obenya gidi no man specific rule obia woni pedi e woni mu a so man akonya obetimi a ofa anaso obetimi ni yenti ene no former president Mama and so many party no can say on no dear yenim ne dada enti mama me na ponya no so she be woni mu obetimi bia ye so de me kan say on one creative space mo no ano say we na me ya Ghana for be hu me impact e de ma party no e me nipa obo me de say me from the two of nti so on one creative bia ma no dia so de me no be ya de studio obeba be just a mere running league ebi edinum be hu say do na NDC party for na do the mami kura say behind so that enya impact dia on the onu and the so creative be so special na that the bemu this the only ni the boss na e man sa akonya na enkoye say onu na ye bi ya na mum ye wadwuma bi ho a be ji say ojama maame na maame na ebi asemi na bi ho a na campaign bi ho be bi ho no ma ebi onu na e di ani mu aye bi ni e hu okay. And your mommy so turn in terms of political marketing, and also told you we are Magana phones there, and the Pebby when you just are never said, you to Frank and who is on one business on Namu Juma, and your mama when you're in the M1 former president Mama, and in the party in that, and the pair woman minimum bit in the abundance, only some men say, and don't need to be the apple on board there, alternative. My party this was the party nipple 1 to the 2024 elections, the NDC party and near alternative not Ghana one soon. And who said this is their clear cut policy and coming from the party. Mampeni that the down and the boy for Professor Nana Jimana. And Magana for our party any the Frank get to for no Medina Swat and in nominal creative speech. na saa space in the bemu a this the 80 francs and eman saa konya no said ye o he NPP dey a mampani Akufuado emma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia space no so no also create no so we no the gidi is a star na gidi is through NDC years a man no dey pay when me Kessben academic credentials they will no offer alternative solutions and programs and not come up the mama and man sa konya no ntinton we ntesa Ghana for study who impact in here you go ni so me for
very well. So, I mean, this is my final question, but no, a 2-in-1 question, and you put it together, and that was summarizing. First of all, in the current regime, you woman, even though your name as running mate to John Mahama, do you think, sir, the influence of the Ghanaian women, Ghana for are you ready, sir, Wamobetwaba Ediama NDC, only for the mere fact to say John Mahama Abo Obadin say Omra Maye running mate. In a case where he wins, the woman becomes the vice president, and it will be in history the very first time Oba enya that position. Ghana for Mano Ebeshe these reasons at the Akotoaba the Ama NDC ana. And finally, the selection of Jane Opokua Jemano, what is the general implication on the NPP's campaign? Should the NPP consider what the NDC has done and equally decide, say, and yes, idea, woman so ebema mano within the party, the opportunity for a woman to also become a running mate to Dr. Bawumia?
NPP and NDC and NDC and NPP. Obia one political ideology need to so.
Yes, but they all believe in affirmative action.
Exactly. They saw the predicted Ghanaian voter. So we say, you pass much will wait and we did so. The Atuaba, the Amobi. And you say, oh, yeah, near for your banner, dear, they say Ghana for Mother Donabit, not dear to the or your banty and the Atuaba money. And Master and said, dear, Omokra said, you who is a case, Kakra or Mafa. So, baby, yes. And you know, say, now so your banty. And we need the heart of and a sympathy of Ghanaians, or may a man on the Adina Swat Wabaman, or the I doubt Kakra politically. Make impact no dear taking on one so as you say no I say Ghana for head year the baby on board and say Odini boss in the chicken lemon as you who be this special when you say we no bit on board the driver not the boss of any options yeah but as you who mamma and cousin handiwork and then the alternative policy programs and so that's being a mayor or more the vice president now. And again, NPP, NPP shared the NDC, you know. From where they are, to me, and can yes, say, Mamma, walking and Maakye, who were the main extreme politics and that should be no Yabitina or Bass or Yampany. You know, the speaker, I try, and I
found a member in fact.
It feels so a mountain and money. It's an I'm hoping to see one day a democracy, air corner, these are the dynamics and your money changes to be at the bar. And surprising me, the entire you was a one day. Thank you, your party back when you have to say, or ban it to Franca, Nagana, Windina, and the woman to say, and this makes me and people not on their lines there. And this year you are bar, in the end you see, yes, young for bar. Then we create space for money, you know. Me and who compete in here, head will be out of the back and suddenly yet me after so base and will be at the other down of when you say, you know, so and to a moment to say, oh, follow suit now, and your name, and your bra, and your chinchilling case, and Omunian is a Kuyu or Bomonson, and your monson set standard woman, Dr. Mahmoud, you are set standard now, woman, so why does it? That standard, and I will be you work on that standard. And you said that standard, the fact that you or bar. Your more simple baby, no, so the before the back your more one, and then the year, me who say a double party, and to you know, dear, then come more present or bad, yeah, now that could be the speaker, that's or night or ban a bear mampenia, you see a typical question, and Quebec Ghana for that, maybe in particular, and Quebec, but then see, Lincoln Edge almost so. Nipa na obo ni no nani so ade hu ntsen so ye no de boa ye na be boa party no na sebe abo o mani nyina o man sire na mdiri zi nyina he nti obi die mfo no so ye oba then we now one master of your mind to know that you drink can come. And then I'm Mr. Speaker, I'm giving you my anymore or mine. I yet so Ghana.
Very well, sorry. I'm grateful for your time, Adope. Well, thank you so much. And Samuel Boateng, a governance and political analyst, speaking to us, Anope. And the National Democratic Congress, Akoye Mame, Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman, once again, as the running mate to Ora John Dramani Mahama. Now, a lot of congratulatory messages Anna Echo Ede Mano. Now, the women advocates are so much happy, say, and Ora John Mahama, Akwakobo Mameno Ede. But the question is that would that translate into vote for the NDC? And say a man who congratulates to say Ede fans are holding na Ebano. The question is, are they really willing? Say Womobe to Aba Ediama NDC because Oba will have the opportunity to become a vice president should John Mahama win the general elections in December. And those are the food for thought. I mean, Ghanaian women, no, so one person Oba vice president, it is up to them. Now, the movement for women inclusivity Africa, congratulate Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman. We extend warm congratulations to Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman on her nomination as the running mate to Mr. John Dramani Mahama, the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress for the 2024 presidential post. In an era where global leadership standards emphasize inclusivity as a key element in strengthening the core of our democracy, the movement for women inclusivity Africa as a women's empowerment advocacy group is encouraged by the recent national discourse highlighting the importance of increased female representation in the country's political landscape. Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman, the former Vice Chancellor of the University of Cape Coast and erstwhile Minister for Education, has unparalleled vast expertise and experience countering outdated excuses that undermine women's capabilities. Numerous women of her caliber in other political parties have been sidelined from leadership roles. Ghana, often heralded as the star of Africa's democracy, should solidify its democratic credentials by placing qualified females at the forefront of political leadership and activities, reflecting the contemporary democracy for transformative development. The NDC's commendable example serves as a model for other major political parties in Ghana. It is consistent with instances in nation where women have successfully held positions as vice presidents and leaders, including the United States of America, United Kingdom, Israel, Central African Republic, Argentina, Barbados, and then as well Liberia, France, among others, leading the chart of women taking key roles in leadership when it comes to the political landscape. A heartily congratulations once again to Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman. And this was signed by Mrs. Dakon Ya Boatima, President Edema, the Movement for Women Inclusivity Africa, Nensa Ana Eshasie. And the women advocacy groups, you know, are so much happy, say John Mahama, decided, say, on the Sunday running mate, but rather, they are selected, you know, in 2020, you know, on Besan, so I call for the 2020 general elections. And that is that, but the question still remains unanswered. Ebia Ghana mano, ebetimi eyano, ede amaye. And we have said already, say, I mean, branding the woman, no, has to be a deliberate effort by the NDC. The whole thing is that untimi and selecting mameno say omra mayor running mate. Na one name no, unemu ni no. I mean, you leave her to her feet without a yet proper structured programs or no ability some of those initiatives. Now you look at the opportunity Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Edema Dr. Bawumia. It was a deliberate effort. And I will make it sure, say, obe championing the cause of Dr. Bawumia. Now, I ask myself a lot of questions. Say, from 2020, after the election, between 2020 and 2024, a whooping 4 years, the NDC could not brand the woman to expectation. I mean, ubehu Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman na woko 10 for program bi wo baby na wo mo flyer no mo circulate. Okay, major policy announcement, public lectures. I mean, meeting with the academia. That is her field. Or your lecturer, or be a vice chancellor, the first woman to become a vice chancellor in any of our public universities. They say uko KNUST or bar and a vice chancellor as well. So she had really set the pace for women when it comes to academia. Okay, now we have issues with the educational sector. The NDC is promising the entire nation, say John Mahama, we need power, and now they are going to review the free SHS policy. Mami, a educationist, our rising vice chancellor of a public university, Wababe, a former minister in charge of education. We cannot hold a public lecture for the woman to tell us what the review really means. Seban educational sector now. As we speak, for 4 years, Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman has never spoken about the educational sector. Okay? Teachers are yet titi wa musika, one teacher, one laptop policy are fairly a ma. The policy of internet are yemfanko senior high schools. Na yemfa being called teacher training colleges a ma. Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman has not spoken about those things. Urban school feeding. Last year, we did a whole lot of editorial and stories about school feeding program. A mana a ye caterers are in the basic government schools so far because of the quantum of money abiding ma womo se womo fantua for the feeding. Suppliers e more money ma womo di nnuane de ma nkwala ni nyina no. Pacho, I mean enko sika ne enko. The debate again about the amount ne kura no so wo. The professor has not spoken about all these things. Okay, look, we are exposing the loopholes to you. Rather than you celebrating and saying you don't change a winning team, the winning team must have an impact. If Ghanaians do not see the impact, then you are just tickling yourself and laughing at the same time. Okay? Dr. Bawumia was very critical in 2016 at the time of Professor John Mahama. And Nana Danko Akufo-Addo did it right. Politics, a ban of politics in this country, in Africa, won't mean yin free Akufo-Addo nsem. Or you're solid. Or certain agenda now was set now what to. What you say? He used Bawumia to speak on our economy. You may disagree. Say a year ne, say a year ne. He did his job as a running mate. I'm saying that the prevalence of Nana Opoku Agyeman, the good professor, and any expertise, education ministry, wahedi her as minister for 4 years. She should let us see her competence and capabilities, even when it comes to that industry or sector of our economy. Say say for more than 2 to 3 years. Basic textbooks say schools. Na ye di chenkwala na de nkwala nya bi kinkan no enko. What is the NDC's policies on those things? What is the former Minister of Education telling us? Now a running mate. What are you telling us? These are some of the things we expect the woman to be speaking about. For 4 years, oti opposition. Asamba, ewa educational sector won't come once a month. I mean, how do you expect say Ghanaians ebeji watum follow atuaba ediama party? So it is not just a mere selection of a running mate, but the running mate must add certain level of value to the candidature of the flag bearer. In the absence of that, then it is much ado about nothing. Me penasem obana intiyemfo obana nkosa. It is not the case. Women are competent, and we must begin to see that in the woman. I'm talking about Professor Nana Opoku Agyeman. You may disagree with me, you may like it, because ABA may hate you, but you may equally decide not to take it. I mean, I don't care. At the end of the day, me contest the election. But if you want to really allow the Ghanaian people to know the level of experience, the level of expertise, the level of knowledge acquisition, plus the competences, these are some of the things as a party, deliberately more position no account once. Most of review free SHS. Ye bisa mo say free SHS na mo be review no. E dey na woman muntimenka. You are unable to tell us. Oh, adan ye be national stakeholders meeting. Na ye ne parent any teacher unions nakasa. That is not a policy. That cannot be a policy. Tell us clearly, communicate to the nation. Say, free SHS, no more challenges with feeding, more challenges with accommodation. Okay? Ebia nkwalani nye aduane ni. Say, abai ne ba, ebia, you be taking school fees. Parents no more amunto nuane formal schools, no. I mean, tell us something. Let Ghanaians have a concrete evidence, something to bind you to it. Rather than telling us, oh, ye national consensus, why, they said the mukoye was sent, no. And no, a forum will be able to organize it, a one-day event. And yeah, no, nothing, I will quack your policy. Your policy must be there. Until Oko, now we national forum, the resolutions are more passing at the national forum, no, becomes an inclusive part of the Webika planet. But the woman no muntimi man in championess I mean, should Napo become the running mate to Dr. Bawumia, they will beat the NDC when it comes to educational issues in this country. It is only under Napo, Anna as educational minister, teacher unions, anchor strike, Ewo Kroma. And these are the facts. Whether you like it or not, we will tell you the way it is. Napon Kwa type and a teacher unions anchor strike Ewo Kroma, and he has the record for 4 years from 2017 to 2020. Matthew Opoku Prempen Ebeye education minister teacher nibi anchor strike. Ministers are benyina will be at this strike. Choko neho ya mamu textbooks ya mamu say ABC NDC time we know. So allow the woman to champion something. And yes, sir, Ghanaians will not remember her for anything. We are telling you the truth. If you take it, it is good for you. A very increasing vote, 1 far, and you wasem. It is not because some many your bar or free central region. It is central region for EBQ Akotwa by the NDC. For the mere mention of Nano Pokwajiban, we must see her substance and her real value. Simplicity. Maybe it can be. How much to say?
Yeah, Kwabe Jusu.
Yeah, fine.
Nyamia Domara Kwabe Biaboko.
Okay. Ma'am, what's it? And then else.
So mystery.
Okay. Mami nyewe, what's my head?
Akasapa.
Mami nyewe, bra.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, we did the same for now till you free and pay.
But I'm a Casati Dunqua, I'm doing some more Siam.
Rasa Mwesiam Dunqua Hefa Dunqua Fee and answer Hefa.
Dunqua nothing, I tell you, Dunqua nothing.
Congratulations. I don't pay when your message.
Thank you. But tell you, I remember full in some of
Kessben 92.9. Kessben 92.9.
Where do you talk when you want to see Anna?
But me
congratulations. Why? Now I hear now try. I hear now try.
100 Ghana.
100 Ghana cedis. Okay.
100 Ghana.
It's a cost try now try will be the why offer. Congratulations. Gamisha.
Kessben 92.9.
Over Debra, no pay when we need Kessben cash pot.
Misha Mibri, Misha Mpa, Udemoni Nafla, who may try the Mr. Beniakipa, Misha.
Now we need Nana will try the no who's a beguso.
May try the Minister come for some say, I beguso, may get it a beguso.
I see. Now I hear now try.
Before me catch
30 cedis or how? I don't pay a 2 year amount. Vast day. What did you vast day? No, so. Over there, Ryan, that's because one of the na pay. Why? Now he's sharp.
Oh, hello, good morning, Madam Sinami Shiramu Kessben for. I'm not paying me any that's for me last. They be a me charming, Dimitiemo pa, and I'm see where the men trying share. To me, Saka, Madam Sepa.
Mammy, now, who did this? I have found out here free.
Me pache femi be Kimitiemu free, I shaman.
Kessben 92.9.
Me pache.
I don't pay 1 man is this year in me, why?
Oh, Madam ye rap, and ye libi. Ah, we a trooper.
I see. And very fast that my Franco Trading Enterprise want to pay one more Roman Pacho, one more boy. Now Franco Trading for eton phones, Sahodo in all brands of phones. Pacho, Opebia, Obenya be our showroom Sahodo in say, will you be a fan of Nokia, Samsung, iPhone? Nina no Bora showroom Sahodo Nina na Ubenya be at all Franco Trading Enterprise for so Pacho genuine original ope accessories ebetimi aboa mo asiesie wo phone no de papa na oyi so ebeche e de amawa nyina Franco Trading Enterprise for nebeboa afi wo television set ranging from 32 inches equals 55 inches. I speak to Franco Trading for Anope na wo mo bejo so aboa tabletop fridges and afi air conditioners anope oni omo edi enkomo a wo mo showrooms ni nyina no wo mo ewo bi ewo ho. Now the interesting part no and is download the Franco Trading app no na o place order ewo app no so a wo mo amount a whooping 40% discount on a year usika wo de babeto ade no enti anope speak to them na wo mo bejo so aboa asave usika for wo mo on 0246 422-338 0246-422-338 and now for 055-5939-311 now on the Franco Trading Enterprise for any enkomo anope one more ebejo so pacho dial *256 *256 2 hash *256 2 hash na wa select option 2 na wa follow prompt no wa Kessben cashport no so na Fidico Poultry and Animal Feed Center for Adaroma pacho wa mo akwakofa feeds ahodo ene food supplement ahodo a odema omoa na ebeboa uye pa as a poultry farmer no pacho womo edi layer premix no edi abedwaman so wonkoko no a etu nkosua no se womo benya ahoden womo mu beedu na womo atu nkosua no ewo ne dodo mu a anope esese odi layer premix no womo nuane edi ma womo odi fra womo nuane a eboa nkoko no ama womo nyi etu ne dodo mu edi ma pa na broiler premix no ewo dwaman so pacho akoko de ye the weight no ana editon se wakoko benyi ye na pomodin no ebekoye na afi ne mu beyedru ama watimi enya the required price opese ode to so na esese ode the broiler premix no ede ye ne nuane ede ma no ebeboa ne ye pa it increases the healthy conditions of o broilers woton ede ama enkrofo enti anope fabi efaye nuane fama omboa no na ebeboa omo na mo amoye pigre no pacho mo amonye mpreko ni nyina no ye the pig premix no ede aba eno no ana eboa preko no mani nyi at every stage of its growth enti anope se uyobi a wonye mpreko a pacho ma Fidico for pig premix no ebi emewo na faye nuane fama mpreko no ebeboa mo apomodin ye pa toxin binder de different biane de mamoa no se ubehia toxin binder ni bia ofre ne a de beba na afi watimi de aye nuane no de ama omoa no na eno no boa unwanted material bia any bacteria bia ekomoa ne nuane mu bia no efri mu de ma se unfortunately aboa ne kodi bibi na ha ne system no a mpacho uyisu toxin binder no de manua clear sa ne ma ne nyina no efri aboa ne system ni mu na etimi ama aboa no enya a very healthy condition ebeboa ni growth enti anope only Fidico Poultry and Animal Feed for any nkomo mo moye fish farming catfish for no any tilapia for no pacho wo mo feed mo betimi feed catfish no any tilapia ni nyina enti anope fra wo mo na oni omo ni nkomo baby a will be across the country wo mo ebe packaging no any delivery no abroad enti ofra wo mo na oni wo mo nkomo 0244 260-190 0244-260-190 and after 0242-769698 0303-958583 Ningina no Fidico for numbers I'll bet to me afre na when you more Eddie and Koso or more here two boats one more or you beat Dodoa main road no so won't cry and pay speak to them na one more ebejo so dial *256 *2 hash *256 *2 hash *256 *2 hash na was select option 2 na St. Louisa local rice rice ewo Ghana ha mpacho correct nice fragrance no ehwampa and afin so long grain Uyobia ope perfumed rice na ope rice a ubedi ebe mo apomodin papa nutrients no nyina no ewom the nutritional value wohwehwe from rice nyina no ubenya wo modia St. Louisa local rice ana mekam for edi amount anopay mpacho efie bia wotie me bia no anopay esese mutimi enya St. Louisa local rice na mutimi eyusubi ewo fie mpacho uyobia uye caterer ana operate a restaurant anopay unuane a wo ye aton de amankrofo a ubehia rice ni nyina no oni St. Louisa local rice for any enkomo udia wankasa you come back and thank me later anopay e wodwa man so se utie me na opese wo ye wholesaling upese wutubi na wokoton a anopay ubehia 5,100 cedis na odia but they will give you some of the rice in large quantities ebetime amount so u business opese wo shase no every pay e amount under 2 weeks you'll be making around 1,700 cedis as profit from a more obeton e amount microphone. You can imagine the amount of profit obe make at the end of the month. Enti anopay speak to them na wombejo so abwa ama wonso o business no wetimi efrase for one more on 0277 457442 0277 45742 na oni omoni nkomo ana for 0546 242343 0246 242343 na oni eye St. Louisa local rice for any nkomo o show mo echa kwan a wo mo ewo La Paz adjacent the Eco Bank na anopay oni omo any nkomo your dial is star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na was selected option 2. We'll be coming back to a year the All African Games are air course you be the home combo but member na African point bem na afi aye juma ba ye Vincent Doku will sit down in the studio with me na afi the All African Games will bring you some details on that na any money be a air course I mean air ferry pa edema o my Ghana opposing in a drone eye imbustaba Mr. Fuada Roma one more no edi abedra my so pacho upebi e boost we immune system and opay a dra make come for edi amount no eye imbustaba Mr. Ebwa e support immune system no ama hode shonkon etimi eba woni pediem ya rebia bowa your system is able to fight it. It's an immune system no eye very strong imbustaba Mr. ana ebeboa aye say jumano edi amount se utie mi a herbal shop bi e ben obi ano uremu a obenya imbustaba Mr. for enrode bi na wato bi ayi so for one more on 0246 208496 0246 208496 na oni imbustaba Mr. for any enkomo anopay na womo beje so ama enru papa ni bi ama wonso watime ayi so uyusu wi a wankasa obedi adanse se immune system no eniema asesa ewo onipaduam star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na was selected option 2 na wonso watime etwebi yani lucky winner no ebedi enkomo sisia na Eclipse Collateral Management for Adaroma pacho o your property owner utieme why nkrata ana why document e dey ato property ni so a Eclipse Collateral Management for say one more e dey document no e dey be ye adwuma na afi one more to commission mind you o property no enya ade a obia e dey nsa ebeka e document no ana wo mo beje na wo mo dey aye adwuma na wo mo to aka e wo ho bosome bia at any point in time a obepese obe requested and now be demanded for property document in the back no they are ever willing more than willing say o document no on sa ebetimi akawade say uyobia I mean ahochere kakra aba na anopay opesika bi ede aye wade say ye asase document a dine document car document or the kwa womo beje ede aye adwuma na womo tuosika e wo ho easy for you to acquire some level of financial support and to anopay oni omoni nkomo aside no uyobi a oye businessman businesswoman mpacho o pese u secure a loan facility with any of the commercial banks but only collateral anopay only Eclipse Collateral Management for edi nkomo they are more than willing say omobe support you with the level of collateral we here na wetimi edi secure o loan no uvia na afi womo ne wo edi enkomo enti anopay for womo on 0266999020 0266999020 and after 0302551877 0302551877 0244-888-877. Na only a year Eclipse Collateral Management for any encomo. Omo Adenta news site Abakan Street. Eho ana obeho think safety and a decent income and pay one more daroma one more abwa ye pa. Bidi de Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. I'm highly grateful. 7 gone past 9. This is Kessben. If you're on TV, this is Kessben Television, DSTV Air Channel 364, Go TV Air Channel 121, and Afe digital free to air and pay share live. More joining you live. Our Facebook in the swing we are highly grateful. Now making kind of message in be shortly. Na yetime ene mwatua enkomodie no eso. Pacho dial *256*2# *256*2# *256*2# na was select option 2. Na eno no etimi abua. Na Maakye bia.
Yeah, Kwame Josu.
Weekend ene ko say.
Nyamia domara kwa bibia boko. Wahwe daily guide for cartoon.
Akosia.
Aye.
Dabi ene de me share.
O share cartoon esrepa na cartoon o maye. Kenyan president.
Okay, almost the day.
Na all African games in Ghana. Kenyan president.
Yeah.
Na Osha long distance. So on 9 hour.
Yeah.
And another dan Kwakufado Sujineti. Ya tro Ghana. Ono so as o krole. As en koye papa but otiase ye pa esrepa. Yes, repa Kwame.
Yes, nana.
LGBT.
Yeah.
And Professor Nanu Pokwajiman. Short. Bibisa me ho say. Omo put pressure on the vice president. Onfa na dwen chiremra ne stand no ho no Kwame. Say vice president, including the NDC members of parliament that I have heard them.
Yeah.
Say vice president the stand our LGBT no babontia. Would they vote for him? You wouldn't vote for the person. And after all, if the vice president babonti be catch say the LGBT, me, I don't support LGBT. I don't support the LGBT. I don't support the LGBT. That the president decide not to sign. Will you vote for the vice president? You wouldn't. You understand? Man inquire the campaign. They also do your campaign. Now, arise for Ghana. Arise for change. Arise Ghana. I like almost no meya on person more eco demonstration. But Kwame, this is the issue. Ura Rex Oma, one in the Casano say, oh, the 11 no, Oman Penny Tama, a parliament, a passy and one, and Oman Penny quick, despite an idea and what your friend say court. And Oman Penny quick, and no court assent you to law. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
And the correct. But we should also not forget, say, Kwame.
Yeah, no.
Article 7. Article 106, subclause 7 of the Ghana 1992 Constitution. Emma Oman Penny Quincy a day. Say parliament is saying at the end. Oman Penny Power catch or something within that 14 days. Because we have a lot of laws. If it is not only this president, NSI, it's been there since President Biaba on person of sign. So Oman Penny has the power to assent it and also has the power not to assent it. It is Oman Penny Katra will say, this and this, the reason why I don't want to assent this to a law, a full law. What you have to do is say, you don't hit on street because I am Oman Penny power. The more now, we are demonstration, you are demonstrating against the provision of the Constitution, not the president. But the only way I want to say, the 7th December, there will be a poll. You go and exercise your civil right. Then you go and vote against that of the political party. That's all. If you think, if you hit the road, now Bernard ties, demonstration. Kwame. The demonstration wouldn't against the president, but against the provision in the Constitution. Because the Oman has the right to make us a mensai. Now, what in the explanation, Command Council of Elders said this is the reason why men person sign. They send it back to Parliament. Nobody can do anything. You understand? So the next step, your next step is to go to a post to show that on my penny say, I then once I got 12 betian. They are to be Kwame. Media me on my penny one sign sad. Nobody says so. I'm contradicting myself. This is my stand. On my penny to sign it. Number by your law. Because Kwame, the naivety level, the ignorance, the publicity, bad publicity, and the politics in this thing, Kwame, it is too strong to the state. So there's no amount of intellectual explanation, moral explanation, Kwame. There's no amount of technical explanation. Because there's an impression. I went to a barbering shop. Then the barber was asking me, say, the parliament, the law be parliament, say, I could approve LGBT. It's like, I approve LGBT in the country. That's the information sent out there. And confirm me say, I'm ready to be a and confirm me say, obi na akwasha baby nipa bi na be 8 bi and sponsor lord no mo se ye cheche kwan ye be fa so e be sex a block LGBT for no, you understand? And ye dey call parliament na parliament approve and e so man pania assent man be law, but the information out there is say as o man pani person approve LGBTQ plus in this country. So the propaganda out there, the politics out there, the naivety out there, the bad publicity out there can never save the Nadu Dan Kwaku. You should sign it because it's politics. You also have to be smart and sign it.
Now we are the politics.
What's that, Kwame?
We are the politics.
There's a politics in it because the politicians know almost sponsored. Deep down, some of them know. Say we have the law and the damn consequences on. And was sad you say so. My pennies. They know deep down. They know. We should not be hypocrites. Nobody should display hypocritical zeal. We know perfectly well, say, we don't have the financial muscles like Nigerians. We don't have muscles like the Maghrebian countries and the Arabian countries to call the bluff of the Westerners. From Tete after Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana. We don't have the feet. We don't have the ground to call their bluff. They know. There's a video circulating some George in the way back in 2015. Today, I can be before the LGBTQ.
Yes, but
telling them that
I don't need a full video, so I have watched all those except.
Yes, Kwame, the caucus, that is my program. Caucus was my program, and I'm discover Madam Hannah the Deputy Information Communication Minister Victoria Hammer. Now I primed a sexual program here, son or baby. Look at them lose NDC. Raspu Barakinti. Mena me Raspu Barak ne campaign team or pe one Ludwig Ekojina na me campaign team na me can it be obako kosa ba kosa. What I'm saying is they stand today and they stand today. All the parliament time me pass I don't know. You don't know mostly obiase ye pass LGBT law. But within them they know the consequences. So what are you sitting down for? It is politics. So also sad to sign. Don't disadvantage your candidate. That is my fear for your friends and the president and Dr. Baumia. Because Kwame say one side you will say it will go against you. So sign not today. And then you pay that pen way near cast your thought pen way 100 cities. And yet you go and confuse your blacklisting with your talk. Yet your timber manganese bauxite everything. They will come back to ABCD. Nobody will say the clergy will be responsible. The Muslim papaya and the or will be responsible. Politician now will be responsible. Then we come back near solve the problem. That is all. He has to sign it. Whether you like it or not, there's a politics in it. Sign it. Kwame, politics, you have to sign it. He has no option than signing this thing. Sign it. Sign it. Now that they realize he's a rigid, you understand? He's all rigid, no? Now they are telling to your running mate, putting pressure on your running mate, and to sign it, to come out with another voice. Sign it. This is politics. Now, come 2 minutes for now. No pukwajima. Assembly now no wakan. See if you had said this before. Eno mutiewa. Kwame, obi owa gane bien say. President Mahama per power and na no Kwajman. It is clear, Kwame. Honestly speaking, minimum say the people of Central America say okay, yeah, Yama President Mahama 4 opportunities. Other than the nipa ba kokwa. Now man another opportunity. That is fine. It's good. Ebi on bejina sadi so for the first time. No matter their man. But Kwame assembly na waka. Assembly ni na waka no Kwame. She yenye exercise bi. Ma me ne to about commander Edna Eguafu Ebrim. Good. Commander Edna Eguafu Ebrim. Since 1992, and this year winning seat ni na once an MPP will that's the your friend say 2012 the seat. And the presidential the first time MPP team win year 2004. And this year win 97 my men to about ho next NDC win here enye news. They make what I say. Now people are saying say no Pokwajima's influence and a man who Central Regional. Tama no more your friend say 4 seats. Team overturning
in 2016.
20 yes. Almost it's a 2016 they were no more 4 seats.
Yeah.
And the MPP were 19 seats. And they say, my meaning to know, Oma override it, a flip ama MPP couldn't, NDC couldn't, Kwame. And the case did that. If that is the case, it should have reflected on the presidential. The American what I say. Because the presidential, which are the 2016 results now, MPP now 52.71%. NDC now 45.87%. So, my mini free Central region. So, no influence and a man MPs no, I appreciate ya. Then the presidential, how come Nana Danko Akufo-Addo was appreciated from 52.71% to 53.22%? Emma President Mahama a drop off from 45.8% about 43.43%
in the Central region.
In the Central region, you understand? Assembly the nan wakan. Me see this politics in the NDC. As I say, Jai. Oh man, careful. Me see that's this election. Say a king, chaos about NDC no be. They are people, Kwame, willing people, Kwame. So what you saw more, there will be waya in this country. Kwame, you are aware. Unu kofubia si yetusu omusisia. Kwame, anka say Dr. Baumi on that one. MPP for that one. Wouldn't Pepe said there will be waya. Utusu Senator Rollins. Kwame Bebuau obenya 50 years by 2020. Ubetimi marketino getting who near some where you're spotless. Ne papa de President Rollins when you're the baby court today. The Mohammeds and some of the NDC people on my shoulder the Rollinses from your commercial and people are reading meaning to it. Say it is because of that NDC has dropped 6% in the voter region in the 2 elections. Choose Zenato to repair that damage. And Zenato also from Ashanti region. You cut across. Girl no can once man ye ufo biti say Neta Kofi Boachia Kwame I'm telling you what ye did the baba kromu anu Kwame e dia na be Neta Kofi Boachia Asante memua ubeda to dom ubeda kotu abatu Kwame catch them we have Kofi we are popular say mama na so dia danu so
pa to prove herself
aso dia danu so papa the age wise. Say in the marketing, how you go to combat a dutum and as a napo in the education sector. You haven't come out with any program. A madu to send ado by MPP. Say NDC. Say Boma Hanabisu nebeche Jumaye or bebre. That say President Mahama Nyabo Treka Kwame. Na mianim ni kreni. Kwame. Na mianim ni kreni. Mami we pa President Mahama. Kwame bad o tusu na pa dede beba santemam no it will overwhelm no one hia on tema me nko bi emle bi se John Kasem bi obi bu say na say a lawyer yes President Mahama ko ba bi ayi na no poku agiban wo ko Central region ya mo nye no so why akokọ nan kwa ye hunu nkom na gesha akokọ nan ye hunu nkom na gesha. As a summer, what NDC now starting, no more starting agenda for this woman.
They know form.
As I say, Kwame, Omo push maame no organize programs. Omo man look good in the eyes of the people. Omo rebrand no. Maame no man all is not lost.
When you experience 4 years experience. When you be sending me a message, be na maame nkai na ye me here adwuma. Adwuma ya dio. Good morning, Kwame. Stop campaigning for the NDC this morning. If they cannot package their goods, why is it that you, Mr. Speaker, must corporately be muttered most about the lack of branding for the woman? What is your concern? Me concern in the makan. You see, the point is that say Ekoba is a party area. You see, what I want the NDC to know in say elections there are 2 outcomes. It's either you win or you lose.
Yeah.
And your fellas are to say the omo dream no.
Say
Akufo-Addo afeli it Ghana for automatically. Debbie, it is not. There is even a difference between the fact that Ghana for beto abano. Now who bet me a protect abano.
Yes.
What you say? From the polling stations.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Enti enye falasa say obia akwakoda na Ghana for akwakoya dia bega say oh ya to aba na wie enti no ese NDC afa no and dem
na kwawe
adwuma ho ese so omoye so me point ni dey say nana maami we so one more brand ni wie am position maami ni ye maami na enya influencer
kwawe dey asembaba
in the unlikely event NDC lose so o ma bega say
na kwawe how can say be me the power President Mahama ne popularity kwa betimi win election. If only, I'm telling you, his popularity alone, you have a minority leader. And was Central Region. What's I could choose a running mate from Central Region?
I mean, that's what I'm calling to night. The kind of Emrana, me Juma with you now for young star 256 star 2 hash. Range Pachoyan for first winner and to so now you've won for yourself 1,000 Ghana cedis. I don't pay 80. I cut 1,000 cedis. So we trade yeah they ebeche. Dial star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash. Now was select option 2 star 256 star 2 hash. Now was select option 2. But your first lucky winner, no, congratulations to you. I mean, 1,000 cedis. I bet off on this so Cecilia. Mamin corner mini Emma's Global Link for any encomo. Na one more a travel and tour organization and pacho and pay opese oye flight ticket reservation. One more ebeye ediama country be a cost continent be a cost be a pacho opese oye hotel reservation. One be a student na opese okotwa wadishia so. Either in Europe, Asia, baby, the rest of the African continent, baby, a person who could be Antarctica, crown a person qua Emma's Global Link for Edo Beko. Manager, good morning. I just say, Antarctica bag. Around young boy, what a person Meko. Chinese the bottom of the world, and the Honor person Meko experience it there. With your microphone, it's in the soccer. We be able to
Adumaraka.
Weekend Nico, yeah.
But I think getting to the end in news in fly na Emma's Global Emma Ebucha phone so yako Ghana share idea.
Ghana share
the device. Ghana share idea.
Okay. Mami na wase na mami nye we mrato na afe yen twa yen common. So hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, madam. What you saying?
Yanko kwado.
Na ede na ye osiri. O radio so.
Oh, me why there no say.
What's my head day?
Oh, me why there?
Mama, why you there?
Oh, what's sending me 1,000 cedis. Thank you so much.
Feeling bad, pa.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I see. I hear now try I don't pay.
What are we charge 70 cedis?
70 cedis, and you've 1,000 cedis. Now, everyone out here free. Everyone out share.
Maybe show me what shall be.
Cynthia. Cynthia. Okay, as I will for you, that say congratulations to you. Why?
Oh, thank you.
See, the point about Jimmy share. Why? Thank you. And to Cynthia, is my first lucky winner. Cynthia, thank you. Congratulations to you. My first lucky winner. No, Pacho. I got 1,000 cities. Meche answer number. Sorry, Cynthia. Ewo asalboche. We winning first one. No, dial star 256 star 2 hash. Now was selected option 2. Manager, Mamintio.
Yo, me da sepa. My Mr. for few days so na in Chagana phone na any one kasa so any pinifo last no mo ba ebesra ye no ye damo nyina ase samuta na mo buy office ebe hu me dia ye wo ana pension be da Ghana for kuma se phone nyina no ye damo nyina ase omo ama no nyina ye damo nyina ase abrenya munya bre editie ye ana se mo hwen ewo Kessben TV SRT Kessben radio na jumekwa efe Emas Global Travel and Tour ene ye no mo ekasa anapawe na owie ebia na and then di kan a wo de hwen ye ofidi kese we so a we say na omokra mo ye demfo Emas Global no Emas Global Travel and Tour no enye travel and tour nko ena ye other activities ye car rentals ewo mu my general travel advice and so a hotel reservation, flight reservation and ticketing and so a woman and so they say travel and tour and so into any other thing be so open no the open Emas Global ya so ya say yen kwa dia yemma waso ati see enya dia yemma waso so ati e wo hono mo na we be say na mo ye travel and tour o man ben so e na mo di so adwuma no o man ye di so adwuma no e bi ni Canada be ni United States of America e bi ni Schengen countries Spain, Denmark, Portugal, Malta, Slovakia na oba New Zealand honso ye di ho akotin e wo hono pa enti be bia person ko say adwuma bia person ko ye di e wo Canada ho anase America hono oba Emas Global ya share na ye betumi ama all the needed assistance obetumi e di akọ na we be say na anso me ko no me na me ko pe medwuma me na me ko pe bebia me di meti beto eni jesema wo mu ne say Emas Global yen for wo antu kwan e ma nkoda bonten because obi man so de eya na emu ye ya enti Emas Global so e make sure say ye ne njetue ai bibia e egu akwan mu bibia obekwa wo di uti beto e wo hon e de ma ejuma obenya no so no accommodation eka ho e de ma enti enya fiansa wo kwakọ bre akopa ejuma ye be mo all the needed assistance odobenya ejuma e wo ho no mo bibia wo di uti bi so beto no obenya enso ho sa wo how bia na so encounter any challenges bia wo come to my boss here now your agencies enso e wo ho no mo betumi aye the amount the needed assistance obetumi that obi man so e the aba obra no be say na adwuma be important na e wo ho na media man ko school le bia make asem we say na nka eye school nko a na manipa di na kende omo kita PhD ni emeritus nka by this time there omo sisi omo da wiem any bebia but enye school nko a nyame ya chawade protocol for no talent nyame ya chawo sanadwuma sanse na juma no eno betumi aboa ama wosi enya juma e wo Canada hono anase USA anase Schengen countries Spain me boss no anase New Zealand me boss no a betumi enya adwuma e wo hono aye e de aboa ho ahwe abusuan so obi on so a school die na person ko say masters say PhD o de abra ye be assist na we wo hwe ye Ghana ye politics mpo a ude men kase Ghana universities no mo nyo Mr. Speaker ye Ghana universities no mo ye good pa but nkofu do not say NFR area just lego keke abedi mampeni anase aye into any other department obeto no okosku amanone e de ka ho because knowledge there is good to acquire from all sectors we are say o de kan ho na ma wo so obedi mu na the message Ghana for no say ya ka we nyina no I always say this: prepare to meet opportunity. And change opportunity ni emba ansa na wa prepare. Mr. Speaker, ebe on say yake we nyina awie no. Obi na nyaji. Say nkofo we de o makasa yie, me nya dwomo ho, omo be ka no kra na say Kessben no mote so no de, omo ma betwa akohwe wo ho no mo. O be kom no na oni passport. Ghana ni, o be so to kwan ekọ amanone a, o be hia passport. Mesrel, o ni bia o de oba Emas Global ya so ya and say o ho no de begu akwamu de amana ya asa still na onya passport no na ma minsan kanche Ghana for we so say Amos Global enye embassy. Yenye embassy nti ye issue visa. And they bring offer but mo visa na mo issue no mo visa na but ye issue visa. Ye the needed assistance.
Okay.
And ye embassy no and a consulate no they have the ultimate power to give you. But until the ebema omobema sa visa no and no ahun to ye and Amos Global. Ye dey be ma say na be ya so on character and that's our document e could do consular anymore also ampa e say me too much visa no na tumi kɔ abebia ɔkɔ no ekodi wodwuma hɔ enzega ne bia wotimi bia no wo buy officer you know better say 1 hour free consultation ye de be ma na bebia so akoye di ama.
Very well. About my phone numbers no any locations no etodua na yenko.
Say opese oni ye twetwe nkomo ye ewo ye offices Accra ye wo White Cross Junction. Ene West African Decor House ene di nhwenim. Ena Kumasi nso ye wo Asafo. Ye next net office ene di nhwenim. Accra numbers 0504 203 401 and 0535 502 499 and 0240 137 421 and Kumasi so numbers 0205 874 034 and 0535
win our last draw and sada ya sorry so star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na was selected option 2 no for Kessben cash pot. I said that be a year Kanisa Ventures for Edia. One more Aquacofa Kanisa Hebarbis channel Edia by Jamai so pacho anything associated with pain unonom a year Kanisa for Endronibia, a tuning in ano ase ede amount sexual weakness, prostate enlargement, pacho wedra we here a Kanisa heba misha and pay no be ebeboa we ye pa open the do mo to a baseline pharmacy be a ben obia okohwa obenya be ato and which you know oko techimana contain taxi rank ehon so Kanisa heba shop ewo ho and pay udruha obenya be ato 0247 887436 and pay 0202 990943 na one Kanisa for any enkomo anope but your unyantwa wo dia last minute are very dangerous anti dial star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na wa select option 2 no na I'll do my final draw surely na afeya sorry so Obatampa Prostate Center for Adaroma but you almost say Minkancho Oya Bema 40 years and above but your prostate related challenges no abewo esan say umfie no aircon anim no Oya Bema na prostate so abewo symptoms no ededi ana show ewo wudi pedua mu a anope SSA oko eye Obatampa Prostate Center for asoye na oni womo edi enkomo se opese oni womo edi enkomo a obefre womo on 0553 800-678 0553-800-678 na oni womo edi enkomo oyobi a ya show catheter ana oyobi a o into urination na oppression no ewo form pacho ojonso wi a ya na onya feeling say o urine no ebi akemo pacho ni nyina no symptoms a ebo kokko say prostate no aba oni pedua no eso enti anope speak to them womo ewo fifi prat last stop ewo kaswa nyanya no main road no eso anope woni womo di nkomo a womo ebejo so na womo ahwe etimi aboa 0553-800-678 na oni Obatampa for edi enkomo star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na was selected option 2. Now I've heard many people who are saying sir NDC has selected a woman. Dr. Bawumia would do the NPP a lot of good to also select a woman and a female as vice presidential candidate and a running mate. Well, we live to see because a lot of competent women are equally in the New Patriotic Party. Now, when him say running mate issues in I mean, a lot of women in the NPP and pop up just at the verge. And edge of the selection and aquaform and you have somebody like the chief of staff and Eslo Usu, minister in charge of communication Edin Ewoho plus many more other women wɔn the New Patriotic Party ne mu ɔkyena yɛbɛ check it out na yɛ di ho nkɔmɔ. But do you agree on that note? Because I mean nyɛ deɛ NDC for yɛ ana SSA NPP ɛhwɛ so. And we'll talk about it. But before I go, some people are celebrating their birthdays today. Ma yɛn wɔ hyia ɔmo. Pacho yɛn yɛ last